poor shape, especially Rutherford between Highway 50 and Highway 27. The northbound Highway 27 is extremely jammed up from Highway 7 all the way up to north of Major McKenna. Very, very slow going. Unfortunately, not a lot of options. You can go west over to the Gore Road, but that's heavy as well from Castlemore up to Mayfield. Now, on the 401, that's just volume now. You'll find delays west 401, Allen to Dixon, Express and Collectors, west of the 410 Collectors to west of Mavis, and approaching the 407 to Trafalgar. From the 680 Traffic Center, Kyle Hawking.
If you're traveling north on the DVP and 404, volume delays approaching Bloor to the 401 and Steele to north of 16th Avenue. More northbound volume on the 400 from Shepherd to north of Teston Road. That's fairly typical. On the 427 north, it's lighter to start with. It doesn't get slow until you approach Rexdale, but then it's very heavy up to Finch. And on the 410 Mavenue problem by Williams Parkway, we have the left lane. It sounds like blocked with a collision. Tows on the scene, slow from the 407 up towards Williams Parkway as a result. The westbound Gardner is also busy leaving the city, only in one stretch, the DVP to west of Strawn. Tim and Sid are also on the radio. Listen live weekday afternoons from 5 to 7 on Sportsnet 590, The Fan. Your next report at 5:41, and with the forecast, here's meteorologist Natasha Ramsahai.
All right, down to -5 tonight. We've got snow starting at midnight. It's going to impact that morning commute the most, although the afternoon drive is still going to be slick and slow. We've got 4 to 8 centimeters on the way tomorrow with a high of -3, wind chill -9. A second round of snow incoming Thursday night. Tonight we're down to a low of -5 degrees. It is now -4, wind chill -9 at Pearson.
680 News Time, 5:33.
Here comes the snow. A special weather statement warning of a possibly messy commute across the GTA in both the morning and afternoon tomorrow.
680 Storm again joins us live with the latest news.
Yeah, James and Slogana, the city, keeping their message simple on this one. Plan for snow and plan for a slow drive both ways tomorrow.
Now's the time to plan. Plan whether you're going to drive, plan how you're going to get to work, or if you can work from home, if you have those options.
Eric
if you can work from home.
Says crews right now are planning themselves when to send out those salt trucks. That'll likely happen as flakes first start falling around midnight. The snow itself will continue and intensify Thursday morning during the commute. And our meteorologist Natasha Ramsahai says continued snowfall could also slow down the drive home tomorrow, and things could ramp right back up overnight, affecting the drive again on Friday morning.
2-day snowfall totals Thursday through Friday could be in that 10 to 20 centimeter mark for Toronto.
Right now, though, we're looking at a clear 5 to 10 centimeters of snow for tomorrow. Ice pellets possible, and conditions and totals, they could worsen the further west you are towards Hamilton and Niagara. Reporting live at the Eastern Avenue Yard, Stuart McGinn, 680 News.
Breaking news from China, where health officials at the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak have updated the number of confirmed cases. The death toll in mainland China now stands at 562. This has the number of new cases in the province hit nearly 3,000 over the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, Canadians trapped in Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak, will have another way to get back to Canada.
The U.S. is stepping up to help a neighbor. Foreign Affairs Minister Francois-Philippe Champagne says his office has secured a few dozen seats on the U.S. evacuation flight for Canadians. It's scheduled to
the
take
Frenchest
off a few
Frenchman
hours
you ever heard of.
plane.
It will land first in Vancouver, where Canadians passengers will disembark for onward travel to CFB Trenton.
Our flight was delayed a day due to weather and could only fit 211 of the 300 Canadians asking for help. Passengers from both flights will be quarantined for 2 weeks on the military base. Meanwhile, Minister Champagne is advising all other Canadians in China who don't need to be there to leave on commercial flights while they're still available.
As things evolve, we want to make sure that people who can come back on commercial means should use that.
The evacuation flights are expected to land in Canada on Friday. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
Breaking news tonight from Washington, D.C. The historic impeachment trial of U.S. President Trump has come to an end. 680's Phil Martino tells us Trump has been acquitted on both articles of impeachment. She joins us live. Phil.
James, Donald Trump was found not guilty of the first article of impeachment, abuse of power, and the second, obstruction of Congress, so he will not be removed from office. It didn't take long for him to respond. First, with a video on Twitter that begins with the cover of Time magazine with the headline, "How Trumpism Outlasts Trump." And then this message, "I'll be making a public statement tomorrow at 12 from the White House to discuss our country's victory on the impeachment hoax." Utah Senator Mitt Romney became the first Republican to break ranks in the Senate's impeachment trial. When it came to the vote on abuse of power, he voted guilty.
Mr. Romney. Mr. Romney, guilty.
Trump will remain impeached forever. Similarly, former President Bill Clinton was impeached by the House but acquitted in his Senate trial. Trump has joined Clinton and President Andrew Johnson as the only 3 presidents in U.S. history who have been impeached. Phil Martino, 680 News.
Johnson.
A lockdown
Google.
has been lifted at Cedar Brae Collegiate in the Markham Road in Lawrence area. Police still on the scene, though, after gunfire broke out in the rear parking lot. 680's Bowman Cressy joins us with that.
Gunshots
Cedar
were heard
Brae.
outside Cedar Brae Collegiate Institute just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Rohan tells me he was in his grade 10 class when the school was put into lockdown.
Teachers shut down the windows, close the doors, make sure everything's locked, make sure no one's in the class talking, no phones, no nothing like that.
No injuries have been reported, but police did find shell casings in the school's back parking lot, as well as a vehicle with bullet holes. Tamika is in grade 9, and she says they have practiced for this scenario before, but it's surreal knowing it's real.
Like, we didn't hear the gunshots or anything, so like,
It's surreal.
I'm scared.
Knowing it's
But
real.
like, it's kind of scary knowing that it's real.
Outside Cedar Brae Collegiate Institute at Markham and Lawrence, I'm Omen Qureshi.
Airbnb's making changes to who can rent which type of properties on its website. It's one of the many updates sparked by last week's deadly triple shooting at a condo downtown. Here's 680's Mark Douglas.
It's a prohibition
It was
all
a
across
quadruple
Canada
shooting,
to
actually.
ban any Canadian under 25 from booking an entire Airbnb home in the same town where they live. Airbnb Senior VP of Global Policy, Chris
Oh, that's
Lehane,
gonna fix
says their
everything.
data is clear. This is the age group causing all the trouble.
And sometimes the frailties of humans will reflect themselves.
There are some exceptions,
No
but as to
OGs
whether or
out
not
there,
an
eh?
age-based ban in
Who's
general
Andrew
is
Johnson?
discriminatory.
We have certainly seen what folks in the car rental
Who the fuck's Andrew
industry
Jackson
have
then?
done in terms of putting different age limits.
From the citizens advocacy group Fairbnb, Torben Whititz says, yes, this is discriminatory, and no, it's not going to work.
That announcement is talking about 25-year-olds. They have a 26-year-old friend. That friend books the Airbnb. Let's go and party.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just like getting beer from the beer store, man. Like somebody's gonna. It's
Does your credit card debt keep you
not
up
who
at
you
night?
think is gonna go
I
get
know
it.
mine
Everybody's
did.
got an older
I
brother.
got 'em, and 6 years ago, I was no different. So I started Newboro. Our proven step-by-step system helps homeowners eliminate debt and save thousands, like Tina.
Now I sleep at night, my debts are paid off, and I only make one monthly payment.
Read hundreds of other 5-star Google reviews and apply today to start saving.
I want to read the 1-star review.
Visit newboro.com. License 13115.
On city streets, traffic lights out at Islington and Millwick, south of Steeles. Treat that intersection as an always stop. And Highway 50 remains closed between Rutherford and Major Mackenzie for a collision investigation.
City Streets was brought to you by Don Valley North Toyota, the
I don't
dealership that
understand
powers
this
680
segment.
News reporters. Check out their 50-vehicle showroom. Not a bad place to get lost. Don Valley North Toyota, Steeles, just east of the 404.
Now the 680 News gas price update. and Pro predicting no change at the pumps at midnight. We should stay at just under $1.09 a liter. A collision northbound on the 410 approaching Williams Parkway. The left lane is blocked. Traffic and weather together next.
680 News Time, 540.
Sell Off Vacations once a year clear out sale is on. So do you drop what you're doing and book now? So that's a yes. Sell Off Vacations once a year clear out sale with clear out savings and exclusive bonus upgrades on hundreds of sun vacations. But hurry, book now before we're cleared out. Visit one of our 6 stores in the GTA.
Switch from your current alarm provider today and save. The Monitoring Center reviews say it all. Join the tens of thousands of homeowners who wish they had switched to the Monitoring Center sooner. Call us today or visit us at themonitoringcenter.com for a free quotation and start saving now. Think security? Think the Monitoring Center. Why? Because we care.
We do. And clicks too.
680 News Time, 541.
Traffic and weather together on the one. Brought to you by Leon's Furniture and Shopper 680. Here's Jordan.
I'll update the drive on the eastbound
Your
401 just
blender
over
is still
by
running,
Junction
buddy.
Highway 50, and we have a hot closure of Highway 50 south of Bolton, all because of a serious crash. North and southbound 50 is closed between Rutherford and Major Mackenzie, all because of a collision investigation. You can see major delays in the area on Rutherford itself. It's jammed up between 27 and Highway 50 as people try and get around it. And looking over at northbound 27, delays start at Highway 27, all the way up to north of Major Mackenzie. Really nasty delays in the area. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of ways around it. You either go to 27 or west of the Gore Road, and north and southbound Gore Road, especially northbound, or the Gore, that is, it's very heavy from north of Castlemore all the way up to Mayfield. So very, very poor alternate, but there's not a lot in this area. Your two are basically 27 and the Gore. Now, on the 401 eastbound, it's slow Mississauga Road to east of Mavis, south of the airport collectors to the south 427 ramp. From the 427 to Victoria Park Express, on and off to Kennedy collectors, then delays McCown to Markham collectors, and Brock Road to east of Dixon. From the 680 Traffic Center, Kyle Hawking.
Two problems as you head away from the city. Northbound 410 approaching Williams Parkway. The left lane blocked with a collision, so quite heavy here. 407 to approaching Williams Parkway. It's about the same length of a delay, but it's heavier than usual, slower than you might expect. Also on the Fort Erie bound QEW approaching the Red Hill Valley Parkway. Sounds like we have a vehicle rollover here. Debris along the lanes in the highway, and the ramp to Red Hill has the left lane blocked right at the start of it with this problem. Tows are on scene. If you're heading towards the city, fairly typical volume here as well. East QE and Gardner busy. Walkers to east of 3rd, Mississauga Road to Dixie. Both of those are minor delays. Then it's heavy on the Gardner 427 to Cherry, and also very heavy on the South 404 Don Valley. Steeles to south of Lawrence, and again as you approach the Gardner. It's the final days of Leon Save the Tax event. Save the tax on all furniture, mattresses, and three-piece appliances, including sale prices. Ends Wednesday. Visit leons.ca. Your next report at 5:51, and with the forecast, here's meteorologist Natasha Ramsahai.
Okay, we're looking at snow, 2 rounds of it. The first round starts at midnight tonight as we drop to -5. Wind chill -12 is what you're going to dress for in the morning, and leave lots of extra time to dress for 4 to 8 centimeters of snow through the morning, tapering off in the afternoon. The high -3. Second round of snow incoming Thursday late evening. It's going to continue in through the Friday morning commute. That's an additional 4 to 8 centimeters. That means 2 days snowfall around 8 to 16 centimeters by the time it tapers off Friday afternoon. The high on Friday -5. Overnight tonight, we're down to a low of -5 degrees. It is currently -4, wind chill -9 at Pearson.
Now the Scotia iTrade Market Minute to the Business Center. Here's Richard Southern.
Back in business, well, Jana, we have the New York stock market and indeed the Bay Street Exchange surging today. TSX up 138 points to 17,651, and that is the highest close ever, a record. The Dow up 483 points to 28,290. S&P tacked on 1.1%, and the NASDAQ up 40 points, even as Tesla backed off after its big surge, falling 17%. Canadian dollar lower to 75.27 cents US. That's the 680 News.
Direct invest with Scotia iTrade. Get up to $1,500 cash and $6.99 pricing, or up to 500 free equity trades. Details at scotiaitrade.com/winter20.
Introducing Montfair by Fremont, a new mid-rise condominium residence coming soon to Brampton. Ideally located between verdant parkland and a spectacular new urban park. Only minutes to the GO station in charming Mount Pleasant Village. Enjoy a convenient, connected lifestyle in a unique community. 1 and 2 bedroom suites starting from the mid-300s. Register at Fremont.com.
There's an app for finding ghosts and an app that makes you that lets you talk to an animated hippo. Isn't it time you got an app you actually use? Download the Presto app and stay on top of your daily commute. Presto, tap on. With AutoLoad, reloading your Presto card is as easy as not going to the gym. In fact, it's probably even easier, because instead of that guilty feeling you get when you skip leg day, you get the bliss of knowing you'll always have enough fare wherever you go. Presto, tap on.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Partly cloudy in downtown Toronto, a wind chill reading of -8. Good afternoon from the 680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Sljana Timensik.
And I'm James Monroe. Here's what's making news right now.
Even crews with the City of Toronto say the morning and afternoon commute tomorrow could be a messy one. A special weather statement is in effect for southern Ontario. Warning of snow at times mixed with freezing drizzle starting tonight. The number of people infected with the coronavirus now stands at more than 27,000 after China reported nearly 3,000 new cases since yesterday, and Toronto police are searching for at least one suspect following a shooting in the back parking lot of a Scarborough High School.
Time now for 680 Sports.
From Sports at 590 The Fan, here's Alex Xero.
So, Janet, the Maple Leafs search for a backup goaltender continues. Elliot Friedman writing today to keep an eye out for Kings netminder Jack Campbell. He's holding a .900 save percentage over 20 starts this season. Leafs and Rangers go tonight for Madison Square Garden. Toronto opening the night 2 points back of a playoff spot. Michael Hutchinson will start in goal 7:30 on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and Sportsnet. Well, we haven't heard a peep from Masai Ujiri, but Frank Isola says might be best for that to change.
I get it. He's going to say, come on, my name has been linked to the Knicks for a while, but that was before they had an opening. Now there is an opening there, and that's why his name is being mentioned. That to me would calm everything down, but I think these reports that you're mentioning about potentially an opt-out, the fact that I think the league office could be pushing for it. I mean, if you're in Toronto, you're a fan of the Raptors, you got to be a little bummed out here.
And the Raptors host the Pacers tonight at Scotiabank Arena, with Toronto attempting a franchise record 12 straight win. That's at 7:30. And Argentine winger Pablo Piatti is reportedly undergoing a medical and will soon sign with TFC as their third designated player. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also accepting boats, motorcycles, RVs, and truck donations.
Good day, passengers. Debo Brown speaking here. I need you to return your seat to the upright position and definitely fasten your seatbelt. Because Manifest is back on City TV. City TV's #1 new drama from last year is back for another thrilling season and a ton of new questions. Who's really behind the disappearance of Flight 828? And whoa, what happened off screen at the end of last season's finale? So many questions. But the captain has informed me I'm out of time. Manifest, Mondays at 10, 9 Central on City TV.
We have an update from Peel Police on a fatal stabbing in Mississauga. 2 men are now facing charges after a 24-year-old was stabbed to death near Aquinas Avenue and Sebastian Drive early Tuesday morning. A 21-year-old man has been charged with second-degree murder, and a 20-year-old man has also been charged with accessory after the fact. Stay with 680 News for more on this developing story. Here with All News Radio 680 News, Justin Bieber is setting records on YouTube.
The Justin Bieber docuseries Seasons is a runaway hit.
I believe that I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Debuting January 27th, episode 1 snagged 32.7 million viewers. Week 1, by far the best first week for any show on YouTube, beating the previous best, the season 2 debut of Liza on Demand, by more than 7 million.
Yeah, you got that, y'all.
This is 680 News.
Being right matters.
So if our weather forecast is off by more than 3 degrees,
You could win cash.
details at 680news.com.
Everyone is talking about the hit musical sensation Come From Away. It's a true story. Thousands of people stranded in a small town in Newfoundland on 9/11, and the locals, they opened up their homes. What happened that week? The kindness, the resilience, the joy reminds us all what it is to be human. Come From Away. Now in its second smash year in Toronto. Get tickets at Mervish.com.
Find the candidate that fits. Maxis Staffing and Consulting is a professional staffing and solutions firm offering the best in innovative and creative professional service needs. With 12,000 candidates in their system, Maxis has the right person to fit your needs, environment, and culture. Help us help you. Hire Maxis, and you will be hiring within the military community, and you'll be getting the best of the best. Maxis Staffing and Consulting, presenting sponsor of the 2020 Garrison Ball. Visit maxsys.ca today.
680 News Time, 5:51.
Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Hakeem Optical in Chopper 680. Here's Jordan Kerr.
Still flying over Highway 50, which remains closed in both directions. Midway between Rutherford and Major Mackenzie is shut down, all because of a crash investigation. Really jammed up in the area. All northbound alternates from the Gore Road over to Highway 27 are jammed up going northbound. Quite slow southbound as well, but northbound's the worst right now. The worst route of all of it is Highway 27. That's jammed up from Highway 7 all the way up to north of Major Mackenzie. Also, I've heavy delays east and westbound Rutherford between 27 and Highway 50, and also on the countryside of Mayfield between the Gore Road and Highway 50. People trying to get around this. Well, unfortunately, not a lot of ways to get around it. On the 401 westbound, it's slow going west of the Allen to Dixon, alternately expressing collectors. Then delays from the 410 to approaching Mississauga Road, and slow again from the 407 to Trafalgar. From the 680 Traffic Center, Kyle Hawking.
Still a problem on the 410 northbound as you head into Brampton. It is jammed. A problem approaching Williams Parkway is blocking the left lane. So just crawling along from the 407 to approaching Williams Parkway. This is one of those times where you may want to consider just not even using the highway if you're looking for an alternate. Kennedy Road works to the west, or here, Ontario. And also Tompkin, and if you want to head a little bit further east, Dixie also works. They don't look too bad as alternates. Much better than the 410, that's for sure. On the 40 Erie bound QEW, just as you approach the Red Hill Valley Parkway, the ramp, right at the start of the ramp, in fact, the left lane is blocked for the vehicle rollover. So it is starting to get pretty bunched up here on the 40 Erie bound QEW from the Burlington Skyway now towards the Red Hill. It's a relatively minor delay, but it does slow. If you're traveling out of downtown, we've got westbound Gardner delays from the DVP to west to Strawn, and still bunched up north Don Valley from Bloor to the 401. It's Hakim Optical's big winter sale. All Hakim designer frames and lenses start from only $50 each when you buy 2 pairs. Visit HakimOptical.ca today. Your next report at 6:01, and with the extended forecast, meteorologist Natasha Ramsahai.
All right, looking at snow here for the next couple of days, and then much, much colder weather for the weekend. Tonight, that snow starts around midnight. We're down to a low of -5. Dress for the morning, wind chill of -12, and it's snow boots all the way tomorrow, 4 to 8 centimeters on the way. This is not warning criteria. You got to get 15 or more centimeters in order to get snowfall warnings. It's going to impact travel, though, a high of -3. That'll taper off in the afternoon. Round 2 of snow comes in Thursday night into Friday. Another 4 to 8 centimeters of snow and blowing snow on Friday with a high of -5. Wind chills throughout the weekend mornings around -20. And then some flurries Saturday morning. We'll get some sun in the afternoon with a very cold high of -8. That's below seasonal. Tonight, we're down to a low of -5 degrees. It is now -4, wind chill -9 at Pearson.
This extended forecast is brought to you by AEG and SMEG. Save 15% and up your renovation game with style, high-tech European cooking appliances, steam ovens, and ranges from SMEG and AEG. Visit ELA.ca before April 30th.
Coming up at 6, we'll have the latest on this special weather statement in effect for much of southern Ontario, including tomorrow. That could really mess up your drive tomorrow, both in the morning and afternoon. And Toronto police searching for at least one suspect after shooting in the back parking lot of a Scarborough high school.
This is 680 News.
The holidays are over, and it's time to take care of all those bills. Don't go to a payday loan company. Go to borrowwithyourcar.com. If you have equity in your car or home, go to the front of the line for fast approval on a loan up to $35,000. Car and homeowners, remember,
just one click. Borrowwithyourcar.com.
You get great rates on a loan that actually works towards improving your credit score. Remember Prudent Financial, your trusted equity lender since 1984.
Borrowwithyourcar.com.
The next big traffic reporter superstar is out there.
And we want them on our team.
With the 680 News Junior Traffic Reporter Contest.
And 407 ETR.
If you or someone you know is a student in the GTA with a passion for storytelling, submit an original traffic report for your chance to win a cash prize for you and your school.
Plus, you could be featured as a junior traffic reporter on 680 News.
The 680 News Junior Traffic Reporter Contest.
Brought to you by 407 ETR.
Get all the details at 680news.com/junior.
The weather is going to be a pretty bad time tomorrow, but tonight you could do all the fun things tonight. Our Colin Robertson with a look at what's happening in the GTA.
I got you some waffles here, courtesy of JJ's Diner, and chicken soup, courtesy of me.
I'll take the waffles.
Waffles and painting is happening at Fresh Paint Studio on the Danforth. Tickets are $30.
It's impossible. They don't have a decent piece of fruit at the supermarket.
Fruitful Market is hosting Fruitful Fundamental Slow Cooking.
The apples are mealy, the oranges are dry. I don't know what's going on with the papayas.
It starts at 6:30. And Board Again Drop-In Game Night is at Time Capsule Cafe. Just $6 for unlimited play. Colin Robertson, 680 News.
Business is next.
This is 680 News.
I wasn't expecting to be diagnosed with cancer,
To take my child to emergency.
to have to put dad in long-term care. I also wasn't expecting my doctor to be so compassionate while I cried.
To give a lollipop to my son as we discuss the surgery.
To help me communicate what's happening to my dad.
You can expect Ontario's doctors to be there when you need them. We're committed to putting you at the center of our care because we are Ontario's doctors and we're leading you to better health. Brought to you by the Ontario Medical Association.
GO Transit expansion is happening across our region. From February 18th to 29th, Metrolinx is holding community open houses for new rail projects. To learn more and have your say, visit metrolinxengage.com. Metrolinx. It's happening.
680 News Time, 5:56.
Now the 680 News Business Report brought to you by Quest Trade. Here's Richard Sutter.
Janet, good evening to you. Back in business, stock surged to records today because a coronavirus cure reportedly looked possible, even though the experts warned that may not be the case. The TSX, though, hit a record high. It was up 138 points to 17,651. And would you believe Bay Street doing better than Wall Street so far in 2020. The TSX is up 3.4%, outpacing those benchmarks in New York. The Dow today, though, mind you, was up another 483 points to 29,290. That's up about 1,000 points now in 3 days. S&P at a record of 1.1%. The Nasdaq up 40. Anthony Acoli with TD.
Earlier, there were reports that the Chinese research team had found an effective drug to treat the virus. The World Health Organization came out and said that there's no known effective virus, but it seems that the market sort of picked up on that news. There was a lot of volatility during the day, but the market's also got a boost from some strong payrolls data out of the U.S. and certainly, we will, the investors are also turning their attention to domestic politics. We just heard that the Senate voted to acquit President Trump on a piece of power, something that was expected as well.
After the bell, we got earnings in from Peloton. This is the maker of those expensive exercise bikes that recently went public. Well, the stock's down more than 7% as it stands right now. A company beat earnings expectations.
It doesn't even sound like a good business plan.
For the current quarter, not quite up to snuff. Peloton, though, in with the second quarter net loss, $55.4 million. That was a smaller loss for the prior quarter than what was expected. Tesla, we got to talk about them. That's a stock that had been shooting it to the moon. Traders, though, taking a bit of money out of that red-hot concern today. Tesla shares down 17%, $734. We had an executive at the company talking about how they might not meet deliveries in China owing to the coronavirus situation there. Price for gold is higher. It's at $1,562, and the Canadian dollar at 75.28 cents US. And your top stories are next on 680 News.
You know how my brother moved his investments to Quest Trade? I think it's a smart move for us, too.
Investing online? Not sure we're those people.
Those people pay way lower fees, 0.5% versus the 2% we pay.
That's 4 times lower.
Over time, that could be life-changing.
Save your retirement. See how you can retire wealthier with the Quest Wealth Portfolio's RRSP at questtrade.com.
Gloomy, chilly winds and overcast skies. Ugh, that sounds fun. Take a break from dreary and get into the warmth of Ripley's Aquarium of Canada. You'll enjoy more colors, shapes, and sizes under one roof than you can possibly imagine. From rainbow reefs to Canadian waters and dangerous lagoon, there's a world just waiting for you to explore. So when the weather tempts you to stay inside, explore an underwater